Hey guys, this is Cannon with MakeUseOf.com, and today I have the $340 Onyx Boox Nova 2 e-reader, which is basically a bigger and better Kindle Oasis 3, but with the added ability to function as a pen and paper notebook with stylus input. So you might ask, how exactly does the Nova 2 leave the Kindle in the dust? My answer to that is it does almost everything better than the 32 gigabyte Oasis. It takes notes, and it costs a little less. But while it's flat out better than a Kindle for most people, it's not for everyone. If you don't use Android or just want a dead simple e-reader, the Nova 2 isn't for you. But if you are comfortable with Android, there's a lot to love about it. First, let's take a look at the Nova 2's chassis. It comes with a black plastic body with a really nice high grip matte finish. There are two buttons. There's a power button and a programmable home button. It also throws in USB-C charging port, which, unlike the older Nova Pro, supports power delivery, which more or less means that you can charge your device from the same charger that you use to power your laptop. The screen is a high-end 7.8-inch 300 dpi e-ink Carta panel, which is larger than the Kindle Oasis's 7 inches while offering the same level of crispness. The screen is noticeably less yellow than the older Boox Nova Pro, despite having a matte glass cover over the display. Overall, it's one of the best displays inside of any e-reader on today's market. If you're used to the Kindle ecosystem, reading books on an Onyx Nova 2 is slightly different. You have to either load books in through apps like Dropbox or use desktop library management software like Calibre, which I highly recommend. Or you can manually drag and drop ebooks into the internal storage directory on the device. But that's kind of a pain in the butt, and more or less, the Nova 2 isn't for anyone who doesn't know how to use a file manager. The overall complexity is far greater than that of a Kindle. The star of the show, though, is the ebook experience. While the Nova 2 can read literally anything with the right app installed, its native ebook app can open the vast majority of digital formats, from comic books to the ubiquitous EPUB ebook format. And thanks to its use of the Snapdragon 625 processor, it can even open absolutely massive PDFs in a matter of seconds without choking on page turns, like most of today's e-readers. So while the reading experience is absolutely fantastic, there's another feature that's virtually unheard of in the near 8-inch e-reader market, and that's stylus input. The Nova 2 includes a Wacom touch layer with 4096 degrees of pressure sensitivity, and that's about equivalent to the 10-inch Remarkable 2 digital notepad, but that costs a lot more. The note-taking ability works within the native e-reader application with a note-taking app, and it works like this. You open the ebook, and then when you need to start taking notes, you just start writing on the screen. And if you need to erase something, you press the stylus button and you run the pen over the notes you want to get rid of. Your notes are then automatically saved. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of space in the margins on a 7.8-inch e-reader, so if you need more space, the Nova 2 isn't for you. In fact, the Remarkable 2 is probably the best device for you. However, for note-taking, the Nova 2 is absolutely outstanding. There's a native notes app, and that allows you to take handwritten notes, and then you can even transcribe them into text. On the downside, there's limited handwriting integration with apps like, for example, Google Keep. So if you prefer another note-taking app, the Nova 2 is not for you. Despite all of its great features, the Nova 2 is not for everyone. First of all, it doesn't have page turn buttons, like physical page turn buttons, or a gyroscopic sensor like the Oasis 3. Second, while it's cheaper than the 32 gigabyte model without ads, of the Oasis 3, it's still $340. And third, the Android operating system can be overwhelming to someone unfamiliar with its complexity. And on top of that, it's still a black and white device in a time when e-readers are just now starting to add color e-ink panels to their devices. So if you are in the market for a color e-reader, you may want to wait until the new devices start showing up. That said, the Nova 2 is the best 7.8-inch e-reader of 2020 because of its superb reading experience, its great battery life, its note-taking abilities, and overall value compared to other high-end e-readers like the Kindle Oasis 3. And that's it for this review. For a full-length review and instructions on how to win your very own Onyx Boox Nova 2, please visit makeuseof.com.